Hello and welcome to another Component.Studio tutorial. I'm Andrew Voigt, and today we're going to be going over the Position and Size box. This appears on all asset types and functions a little bit differently depending on which asset type you're on. For example, a shape, image, or text box will have some slightly different options from each other. The entries in the Position and Size box control where your assets appear on your card. Starting at the top, you see the Move button here. This is for drag and drop moving. Once you enable the button, Component.Studio will let you select this asset and move it around your design. Note that you must actually click on the asset in order to move it. Deselect it when you're done so you don't accidentally move your asset. Rotate lets you pivot your asset around a point. Enable it, select the asset, and move your mouse. You must hold the mouse button down while rotating. This selector lets you choose between Snap to Point and Snap to Grid. This interacts with the other drag and drop features. Snap to Grid has an invisible grid on the card that your drag and drop assets will always align with. Snap to Point gives you more freedom when placing your assets. As a compromise, you don't have the structure of the grid to work off of. You can choose to place your assets by using numbers or formulas using the fields here. The X and Y fields control where the top left of your asset is. For example, if you put 0 in left or X and 0 in top or Y, the top left corner of your asset will be in the top left corner of your design. You can also use the Component.Studio design language to control these fields. In this case, I'm going to use the function center me X and center me Y to have the asset placed in the center of my card. Width and height control the scale respectively. Rotate controls the angle the asset is drawn on the card. Show Outline will draw a box around the asset that shows you the true edge of the asset. I find this especially useful when dealing with text boxes. Hide Overflow tells Component.Studio if you want the bounds of the asset to be strictly held or not. This is more clear in a text asset. For example, if I give the title a ridiculously long title, so, looking at my new unrealistic title, I'll enable the outline so you see where it ends. If Hide Overflow is on, the text will not appear outside of that box. If Hide Overflow is off, the text will continue going. So enable Hide Overflow to ensure that your assets remain in the box boundaries you set. Render this layer chooses whether or not to draw the layer at all. This has some really useful advanced functions. And Z-indexing is an advanced way to control the order that your layers render in Component.Studio. Now, a quick note on some of the things in an image. You can choose how you want to maintain the aspect ratio of an image. In this example, I have it proportional to width, so that when I change the width field, the whole image scales respectively. You can also set it proportional to height and it'll function in the same way. Stretch to Fill will stretch or squash your image to fit within the values that you put in width and height. This ignores the image's default dimensions, so be careful about deforming the images you put in it. Now, a quick note on text. I'm going to hide the title and we'll look at the reward. So for text, you have both the asset outline, which in this case covers the majority of the card. Here, I'll put the overlay back on. But under text formatting, you have some additional controls to be aware of. You can choose your alignment, and then you have a vertical alignment. So be aware that this interacts with the asset size that you set in the Position and Size section. There's a quick overview for you on the Position and Size functions. Please like and subscribe for more Component.Studio 2 material. Go ahead and comment if you have any questions or you'd like to see other areas covered. You can also visit us at our Component.Studio page on Facebook and the Game Crafters Discord. Thank you for watching. I'm Andrew Voigt, helping you make the best games you can.